Had a great trading day. We did have some selling this week. All right. So we did have some selling. Let's go over that. All right. So we had some selling on the Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell. The Dow was down, guys, today at 173, so 173 points. S&P was down 33 points. NASDAQ was down pretty big, 113 points. And the Russell was down slightly. So this week so far, we've seen some selling. Now, it hasn't changed anything. We don't have confirmed sell signals. We don't even have red candles, all right? But just be aware, we've had a soft week. Hopefully, we can close the week tomorrow on an up day, all right? The VIX is at 16, so 1674. So we have a bit more volatility, but we still have buy signals on the S&P, buy signals on the NASDAQ, buy signals on the Dow and on the Russell. All right. As far as the futures market, the dollar, guys, look at the dollar here. All right. The dollar finally has a green candle here. All right. So big green candle came in today on the dollar. The dollar is at 89. All right. So that's encouraging. Let's see if we can break through that resistance here and start moving higher. That will help the Forex market, get the Forex market moving again. All right. But that's encouraging here. All right. Big green candle. You guys can see it here. Big green candle. All right. So we've made a bounce from earlier this month. Okay, so this was right around the 17th of the month. The dollar made a low of 95, and now we're at 98. All right, so that's a big swing. Let's see if we can, again, break the resistance here, start moving higher in the dollar index. Now, the only thing about the dollar, if the dollar moves higher, all right, that's going to put pressure on the equity markets. Okay, so as we see some soft selling come in, that could push the dollar higher. All right, so that's the only negative on that. Okay, keep an eye on the dollar. It will help the Forex market, and you know that market has been consolidating for quite some time now. So hopefully dollar can move higher, either to the upside or the downside. We don't care. We just need that Forex market to move. Currently in the futures market, the E-minis are all up. So the Dow E-mini slightly up. NASDAQ E-mini slightly up. All right. S&P slightly up, and the Russell slightly up as well. All right. Gold, as far as the sectors, gold is holding firm. All right, silver, nice move in silver, guys. Look at silver. Silver is at 41. All right, big move in silver. The buy signal on silver was at $30. All right, this is on the daily time frame, trading at 41. Just a big move there in the SLV. And gold on the daily time frame looks really good as well. That's holding. Let's see here. Financials, small caps, just struggling to break through here. But our number one sector is tech. A bit of a pullback this week. All right. So, all right, just a bit of a pullback, but no sellers. No sellers coming in yet. But overall, market is holding firm. VIX, as I mentioned, is at 1674. Again, it's bounced from 14 and change, but below 20, still good, still low volatility. Okay, we need it to stay below 20, right? Below 20. That's the safe area for the VIX. Okay, the Magnificent Seven stocks. Let's take a quick look here. Apple, nice move in Apple, still holding its buy signal. All right, so Apple, guys, buy signal here, broke through, doing really well. Let's move this right here. So we're near the highs on Apple, all-time highs at 256 on Apple. So Apple is holding well. Google, let's take a look right here. All right, holding well as also. All right, buy signal, Google was 181, right? Gapped up here, a bit of a pullback this week, right? So 1, 2, 3 days of pullback, gap down here, but all green candles still holding. All right, so we need to see buyers come back in at least tomorrow into next week to see Google pull back up. NVIDIA, guys, NVIDIA, we finally got a buy signal in NVIDIA. Let's draw it out. So that buy signal came in early this week. So on Monday, we got a buy signal, but it's retraced a bit. Still holding here, all green candles, okay? But we need to break through that resistance. We did break, but did not hold at 184. Got that buy signal. Since then, it's pulled back a bit. You guys can see that there, but still holding all green candles. We need that price action to continue to move higher. But that's good news. So a buy signal. So we're going to call a buy signal in NVIDIA. All right. So NVDA buy signal. In NVIDIA on the daily time frame. All right, Microsoft. All righty. Okay. Microsoft, guys, let's take a look here. No buy signal. Okay, so Microsoft still consolidating here. Okay, in order to get a buy signal on Microsoft, we've got to get above 537. Right now, we are trading at 507, so about 30 points away. The previous buy signal was at $430. All right, we closed the trade at 505, so we're just waiting for the next trade there. Purple support and resistance. We got white candles forming there. Okay, Amazon. Amazon has a sell signal, so be careful, guys, with Amazon. All right, if you're trading with us, trading on that daily time frame, we should be out. Okay. All righty. So Amazon, the buy signal. Now look at this. Almost identical to the last buy signal. All right. So this buy signal here was successful. Good buy signal here in the markup phase. Here in this markup phase, buy signal here. This was a descent trade here. Now, near this resistance right up here, guys, you guys can see that here, right? Right up here, that resistance is where we had this buy signal failed. Sellers came in heavy here. This buy signal also failed, almost identical, right? This is the current buy signal that failed this week, all right, at that resistance level. So just be aware, Amazon at 237 has strong resistance, guys. So sellers are sitting in that area here, looking to push that price lower. So just be aware of that. So we should be out. So the buy signal, most recent buy signal on Amazon, right, the Max 7s came in at 236, closed earlier this week at 222. We should be out. Red candles are coming in, right? Sellers are here. Red candles are coming in. All right, so that price could move much lower. Be aware of that. Sellers are coming in. We need to be out. Meta, Facebook, let's see here. All right, Meta, we have a sell signal. So we have a previous sell signal came in here. We're just waiting. All right, so we are waiting for a new buy signal. We'll get a buy signal if we can get above 785. Otherwise, guys, we wait. Okay, you have to be patient. All right, doesn't matter how much you like the stock. All right, if they're not buying it, we should not be buying, okay? And we are overbought here, purple support and resistance, so we are highly overbought, okay? So that price could calm down. However, if buyers come back in, break through that resistance, we'll get a buy signal by our system to get back into the stock, okay? Tesla, let's take a look at Tesla here. Tesla, Finally broke through that resistance here in a big way. We called the buy signal right around the 393, 394. I'm trying to make a move higher. Now we do have, guys, be aware of this. We have some pressure here on Tesla. All right, some decent resistance right around 457. So 457, we've got resistance, 457, 467, 460, right around there. Right up this area here, we have resistance, okay? Now, price is slowing down a bit here, okay? So just be aware of that big resistance here on Tesla, okay? All right, but overall, a good move. We got back in right here on that break of resistance. So a bit choppy, but holding firm. The MAG, so if you wanted to get exposure in the Magnificent 7 without trading the individual stocks, you can certainly trade the ETF. The MAGS buy signal was at $50, trading close today at $64. Okay, moves a little slow, but at least you have exposure in the Mag 7s. Okay, let's go through these indexes. We're going to start with the Dow on the 240. So just be aware, guys, we have a white candle here. Now, we're not calling a sell signal yet in these markets. Okay, now, if tomorrow, go into next week, we get red candles on the 240 on any of these indexes, we're going to call a sell signal, okay? And we'll pull back on equities. Right now, the Dow on the 240, we've got a white candle, so it's holding nicely in the markup phase, okay? So we bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, bought here, still holding on the 240. Dow on the daily time frame is holding firm here, buy signal here, all green candles, we are moving higher there. All right, let's move this. All right, all green candles moving up nicely on the daily. Weekly time frame holding firm. Monthly time frame holding firm on the Dow. So Dow looks good, but remember, guys, any amount of selling we get here on the 240, on the 240-minute time frame on the Dow right here. All right, we'll call it a sell signal, okay, on the 240. Normally, we do that on the daily time frame, but we are really overbought, guys. This market is extended, so any sign of sellers, we're going to call a sell signal. All right, so Dow 240, white candle here. We'll keep an eye on that. Any red candles that come in, we'll call a sell signal. All right, S&P on the 240, all green candles, so that's holding firm. A bit of a pullback here. Let's see if we can get a bounce, move higher tomorrow and into next week. S&P on the daily time frame is holding firm. All right. S&P on the weekly time frame holding firm. Remember, guys, right? Rather than, I know most new traders, we jump in and we buy these stocks, right? Without looking at the overall or evaluating the overall market. Okay, so we always want to take a look at the indexes first, the indexes and the VIX, which measures volatility. Indexes, Dow, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell. Then the VIX, then the sector, then the stock last. Okay, so we want to follow that process. All right, S&P on the monthly looks good. NASDAQ on the 240 holding firm on the 240-minute time frame. Every candle here is 240 minutes or 4 hours. Buy signal here, all green candles holding firm. NASDAQ holding firm on the daily time frame. NASDAQ holding firm on the weekly time frame. The Russell small cap stocks right at that resistance, guys. Look at that, right? Right here, got resistance. This is where sellers came in before. This was 2021. All right, here we are, 2020, end of 2024, right here, made a high, identical, right? And here we are right now, 2025, okay? So, guys, no surprise, okay? This is not random. Traders are watching these levels watching these prices. Okay, so the price at resistance right now on the Russell, which is small caps, $242. So the Russell 2000, okay, Russell 2000, 242, 247, right around there. That's where we have big resistance, and sellers are just sitting there, all right, waiting to knock our price back down. Our goal is to break through that resistance and keep moving higher. We do have a buy signal right here. Now, that's on the weekly time frame. Okay, so Russell on the weekly and Russell on the monthly looks good as well. Russell on the daily. All right, so Russell on the daily, Russell on the 240, Russell on the weekly, and the Russell on the monthly right here. Okay, 1 second here. All right, Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. All right, we've been posting that Bitcoin needs to get above 122,000, guys. 122, 123 to get a new buy signal. Our sell signal on Bitcoin was at 112,000, was our confirmed sell signal by our system. The previous buy signal was right at 111 and change. Sell signal came in at right at 112. We've called a sell signal. Okay, now Bitcoin currently is trading at 109. Okay, that is a concern. This is support. Previous resistance becomes support. So now we have red candles forming. Okay, and the price is moving lower. The next support level, if it doesn't hold here, okay, at 109, 110 right here, if we don't get buyers to come on back in and hold support here, we could see Bitcoin move lower. The next support levels, okay, and if you guys are trading Bitcoin or if you're monitoring Bitcoin, all right, as a barometer for the crypto market, you need to be aware of this, okay? Bitcoin will move fast. So as Bitcoin moves lower, if it gets to 100, that's where we have some more support at 100. All right, even numbers here. So 100 right here is where we have the next support level. If it breaks that support level at 100, okay, next support level is at 90,000, right about here. You guys can see that here, right here, okay, is 90,000. This is where we had the previous buy signal. This is where we had the sell signal here and right here. So 190,000, that's a big price barrier here, okay? All right, the next support level. Now, we'll see if it can get down to that area. We don't know, right? But we're just looking as the price, it's coming lower. We're making lower highs, lower lows, okay? So it went from 122, 121, 118, 117, 116, 115. You guys see that there? All right, 114, 113. If you don't believe it, look at the price action. 112, 111, 110, and now it's at 109. So we are going to assume that it will move lower. All right? All right, unless buyers come in a big way. So next support on Bitcoin is at 100. Hey, Anthony, welcome. Welcome, bud. All right, next support after that is at 90,000 right here. Okay, so it's at 109 here. In order to get bullish again on Bitcoin, it's got to get above, we're a long way now, above 122, 123 up here. All right, so we're going to assume based on the selling, next support area here is 100. After that, 90. After that, 80. After that, 70. All right, so I'm not saying that Bitcoin is going to come all the way back down to 70,000, but we've got to follow the price action. So we're out, we have a sell signal, right? That sell signal again was at around 112. So we should be out of Bitcoin. Okay, so watch it closely. Sell signal is in place. Gold is holding nicely, guys. Look at gold. All right, continuing to trade nicely. Good price action. All right, stop complaining about Forex. Okay, all right. Our monster scalper traders, guys, it is what it is. Okay, so stop complaining about it. All right, there are other markets we can take advantage of. All right, I've had traders. All right, I'm looking to get into metals, our monster metal systems. We've had traders getting into stocks more. All right, with our stock boss, bullmaster. Okay, this is why we trade multiple markets, and this is why we have multiple systems. Okay, so that we can trade these multiple markets. All right, stop forcing this market to give you what you want. Doesn't matter what we want, right? It's what the markets are doing. We follow trends. Remember, trend following. We follow trends. Right now, gold is a big trend, okay? So if you've missed it, it's too late, okay? Unless you day trade it, all right? Trade on a smaller time frame. Silver, big move in silver here, guys. Look at that, right? Good price action here. All green candles moving straight up, right? Silver is at 41, just amazing, all right? Amazing. 41 on silver, $41 on silver. Gold, 3,770. In gold. Crude oil, completely flat, nothing here. Okay, so nothing here. All right, bonds just holding at 88. Okay, holding here at 88. And the dollar, we talked about the dollar. Nice big move in the dollar here. All right, nice big move. Let's see if we can break through resistance here on the dollar. Keep moving higher. Weekly, monthly on the dollar. Quick look at pound yen. All right, pound yen, nothing here, just holding right at that resistance here, continuing to put a damper on the Forex market. Okay, current positions. All right, we're doing good on time. Current positions in Monster Scalper, we don't have a lot, okay? Just a few positions here on the 240. Be careful. All right, we'll put this out just so you guys have something to trade, but just be careful, guys. All right, Euro Yen, buy signal here. On the 240, it's still holding. So Euro Yen on the 240. Swiss Yen on the 240 is still holding. Our entry was right about here. Got in after a break of this resistance here. So Swiss Yen, Euro Yen, looking good. So let's make a note with the yen pairs, YEN pairs. We'll take a look this evening, see if we can find a few more opportunities since these are holding fine. All right, let's just make sure. All right, so Euro Yen, 240, buy signal here, moving up nicely there. And Swiss Yen, all right, buy signal, confirmed buy signal here by the system, but we had sellers come in, red candles, we called it again somewhere in here. Okay, so moving higher. Euro Aussie, all right, buy signal here, sell signal, close the trade, please. Euro Aussie. Euro Pound, buy signal here, holding firm. I'm not sure if we called it here or here, but that's holding firm. Let's see here. Yeah, Euro Pound. Euro SGD, sell signal. Buy signal was here. Sell signal, close it. Euro SEK, buy signal here. Red candle, close it. Okay. All right. So Euro Pound is working. Euro Yen is working out so far. Swiss Yen is working so far. And that's it for Forex, guys. All right. Stock boss. Now, we will not add any stocks today. Okay. So we do not add stocks on down days. The market is down. We do not add stocks. Okay. We wait for an update. but we'll go through these. All right, stock boss, small cap stocks. Let's see what's going on. So market was down, so we have some more, we have red here, guys. So you see here, got some selling in here and some selling in here in Bull Master. Okay, so let's go through these. White candle will continue to hold. Green candle obviously will hold the trade, the alerts we've sent out. All right, red candle, that's a sell signal to close the trade. White arrow by our system to close the trade. Let's go through these. All right, that's holding. GPRE, white arrow here to close the trade. Let's close it. All right, so buy signal was at $8.72, right about there. Sell signal came in today at 9.26. Let's close the trade, okay? And guys, it's important to close these trades, right? Remember, see all the sellers that came in here after the sell signal, all right? That could certainly happen here again. So we want to close the trade, take your loss or take your profit, and then get out quickly. I always say your first loss is your best loss, okay? So get out, take that loss, get out quickly. So GPRE, let's close that. All right, that's holding. Holding firm here. We need all green candles. All right, TR. I have no idea why this is in there. Must have been tired. AMPY looks good, guys. All right, good. All green candles is what we want. These are in stock boss, so small cap stocks. All right. You guys should see that price action right in here. All right. All green candles is what we want. Means buyers are still holding the trade. All right. All right, so let's do this. RZLT holding nicely, guys. Buy signal was at 428. Close today at 877. Good trade going here. I'll call a few of these out. TERN buy signal was at 359, trading at 744. Good trade going there. VSTM closed. So that buy signal was right around 675. Closed today at $8.61. White arrow here broke support. Sell signal. Let's close that. VSTM. Okay. All right. Holding, holding, holding. EB has a white candle. We'll continue to hold for now. HPP sell signal, guys. So red candles and white arrows as a sell signal. Let's close the trade. Buy signal was at 294. Sell signal came in today at 261. Close the trade, please. HPP. All right. Holding. JMIA. Buy signal was at 255. Guys, it's at 1118. Good trade here. All right, no recent support and resistance. All green candles. Really good price action there. All right, hold in. All right, if the Russell can break through that big resistance level, guys, we could see small cap stocks in Stock Boss continue to move higher. All right, it's just sitting at that resistance there. The Russell 2000. White candle there, hold, hold, hold. So overall, in Stock Boss, things are looking good. Okay, let's take a look at Bull Master. So these stocks are over $10. Remember, Stock Boss, small caps under $10, right? All right, quick look here. Bull Master. White candle here, keep an eye on that. That's gap down. All right, OLN, OLN. Red candles here. Buy signal was at $22, 22.23. All right, red candles came in here at 22 and change. Let's close that. No red candles. All right, holding. All right, holding. JBI, sell signal, red candle, white arrow. Let's close that trade. Buy signal came in at $9.40. All right, sell signal came in at right at $9.86. White arrow, red candle, double sell signal. Let's close that trade. JBI, let's close that, please. All right, hold in. Another one, MAS. So buy signal on MAS was at $71. Broke support, red candle, white arrow, close the trade. All right, guys, that's not good. When we're breaking support with a red candle and a white arrow, sellers are coming in. Okay, so we've got to get out of the way. MAS, let's close that. Okay. All right, MTH. So we're seeing some selling coming, Bullmaster. Okay, so be aware of that, guys. Okay. MTH buy signal was right at around $76. Closed this week. This looks like Monday. We got a sell signal for 74. We should be out. Red candles are coming in. We should be out. Okay. We don't want this to happen. No attachment, right? We do not have any attachment to these stocks. To us, it's just a trade. All right, PII holding. PRIM holding buy signal for PRIM was at $66.95 coming out of that markdown phase into that markup phase. Currently at 129. Good trade going there. All right, STRL still holding. Good trade going there. Buy signal coming out of that markdown phase again at 139, trading at 388. Good trade going there. Now, if you guys notice with the Bullmaster trades, we normally want to find reaccumulation trades, right? Where the institutions are continuing to buy, continuing to hold. This is an exception here. In April, when we took this buy signal here coming out of the markdown phase. Why? Because this is when the market corrected. Okay, so back in April, when the market made a bottom, all right, most of these stocks were not in the accumulation phase where they're making new highs. They were coming down out of the markdown phase, all right, accumulation markup phase. Okay, so always be aware of the market cycles where we are. Okay, so great trade there. Again, buy signal was right at 136, trading at about 338 right now. Good trade. All right, MOD guys, buy signal was at 145. We got a red candle today, 135. We've got to get out. And we have a lot of resistance here. So we are failing to hold above resistance. So sell signal, we've got to get out. All right, just in case sellers come in heavy. All right, so take that profit, take that loss in this case, get out. MOD. All right, MOD. Hold on. All right, next one. All right, that's holding. Holding. So right now we can hold on white candles. However, if we start to see selling in these indexes, we'll get out on white candles. Okay. ALLY buy signal was at $41. Close today, guys. Right at $40. White arrow here. Sell signal. Close the trade, please. Do not try to be a hero with this market. All right. Right, that's holding. Especially if you're new to trading. COGT, right? Buy signal was at $13 and change. Sell signal came in at 11 and change. Now it's given a new buy signal. We're not calling that, okay? So that trade is over, even with the new buy signal there. That's holding. All right, we're halfway through Bull Master. We have to go through these, guys, because we had some selling this week. So we have to go through these. LIVN, buy signal came in at $47. Close today, broke support at 53. Close today at 52. We want to be out. Red candle coming in here with a sell signal, this white arrow here. We've got to get out before sellers come in heavy to push the price lower. Then it's too late. So LIVN, close the trade, please. All right, hold in, hold in, hold in, hold in. All right, WGS. Buy signal was at 104. Close today, well, closed yesterday at 118, right? Close today at 112. We should be out. All right, so we're getting selling. So be aware of that. Some of these positions are closing, so TGNA, all right, buy signal gapped up was at 19, close today at 20, right? Sell signal here, let's get out. Notice how we are very systematic, guys, no emotions, right? We just follow the price action, follow our buy signals on a break of resistance, sell signal, break of support. It's that easy, all right? So we have to follow that process. Every time. Good trade there. Hold in. Hold in. Since we get in selling, guys, some of these are closing. Keep an eye on these white candles. That if you get a white candle on your trade, you might want to close the trade. We'll just watch it closely there for buyers to come back in. If not, close it. MIR, buy signal, was right here at 22. Red candle, sell signal at 1986. Close the trade, please. MIR. Whenever we see sellers and we are long, we've got to get out. All right, holding. Riot is holding. Holding. All right, that's it for Bull Master there. Okay, so so that's a few, quite a few to close. We'll keep an eye on it. Not a major concern yet. Okay, but there is some selling in large cap stocks. Let's take a quick look at Stock Boss. We'll run Heat Seeker, see what the volume is. Here, Heat Seeker. All right, 84. So that's come down a bit. We were over 100 on Heat Seeker for Stock Boss. So we're at 84. So they're slowly buying less right now. Okay. We've gone up quite a bit, guys. We're in what, September here. Okay. So we could see a pullback. Okay. All right. Before hopefully that Christmas rally. Too soon to tell, but we'll see. Bull Master here. Let's run it. That's 104. We were, I think, 150, 160. Okay, so 104, still a good number, but that's come down a bit. Okay, so how many did we say? 80, 85 in Stock Boss, Bull Master, all right, 104. Now, if this was a new buy cycle, right? A new buying cycle, that would be good. But looks like we're coming out a bit. Okay, not a major concern yet, but we'll keep an eye on it. A quick look at, I want to take a look at these yen pairs in Monster Scalper on the 240 long. All right, because we had euro, yen, EUR, JPY is doing well on the 240. That's current. And then we had Swiss yen, CHF, JPY on the 240 holding well. And those are both current trades. So let's see if we can add some positions, new positions. And you guys know what's going on with Forex, so just be careful. ZAR yen is holding nicely there. All right, we're going to call dollar yen. Okay, so dollar yen is finally breaking, right? Breaking through that resistance here. Okay, buyers, we have buyers on the daily. This is the 240, and we are breaking out. All right, notice the challenge we've had, guys. It's stuck between resistance here, strong resistance. All right, going all the way back past July. Strong support here. We're finally breaking out of that range. Okay, so we're going to call it, and we're going to call it right here. So we have a buy signal here already, but this will be our entry right here. Okay, so that's USD, JPY on the 240, and that's new. TRY, JPY, we won't trade that. SGD, JPY, that looks like it wants to break to that resistance here. Let's bring that down here. Have a high here. So we'll call that. Buyers are on the daily here. SGD, JPY. But guys, please trade with caution. Okay. The Forex market. All right. So although we're calling these alerts, right, it's up to you guys to trade accordingly. Be careful, right? Watch your capital. Certainly wouldn't trade heavy, right? I want to take a first trade, light trade, and then scale up. HKD, JPY, we are breaking resistance here, so we have a nice breakout. All right. And here is support down here, and we're breaking through that support and resistance to that range. We have buy signal here on the daily, so that's really good confirmation. And here we are breaking out. Okay, so we're going to call it right here. Right here. Okay, official buy signal was here, but now that we have a breakout, we'll call it here. Okay. All right, so that's HKD, JPY, and we'll post it in the SKOOL community. Okay. All right. Pound yen. Let's see what's going on with pound yen. Pound yen. Let's wait. Euro yen, we're in euro yen already. Swiss yen, we're in Swiss yen. They are breaking out nicely there. CAD yen. All right, CAD yen has a new buy signal. Let's call it as well. If you want to wait, you guys want to wait for it to clear that resistance area, that's fine. Because the others are moving higher, we'll just call it. Be careful. Be careful, guys. All right, notice where they failed. In here, failed, so just be careful. CAD yen, CAD, JPY. Hey, Antonio, welcome, welcome. All right. So CAD yen on the 240 here. Okay. Aussie yen. Let's take a look at Aussie yen. Um, Aussie yen looks good. Buys, we have a buyers are on the weekly here. Now it's pulling back. Near term, it's pulling back, right? So let's do this. So we have support here, resistance here, buy signal here. We are going to call it. Okay. Hopefully it will follow the other yen pairs. Just keep an eye on it. All right. So green candles here. So we need to move, break through that resistance and move higher. All right. So new trades. Okay. So Antonio, new trades. So dollar yen on the 240 long. SGD JPY, your Singapore dollar yen on the 240 long. HKD JPY, your Hong Kong pair, 240 long. Okay. CAD yen 240 long and Aussie yen 240 long. Okay. All righty. Let's take a look at. All right. Aussie New Zealand looks good. Aussie CAD, nothing there. Keep just be careful with those pairs. Dollar pairs. Now, the dollar is making a move higher, right? And we're almost done, guys. So we know the dollar is making a move higher. Where's the dollar? So we know the dollar right here. Big update today in the dollar right here. Right, that's a big, lots of buying here came in today on the dollar. We'll hopefully the dollar can break through that resistance and give us a buy signal. So let's start looking for some of these dollar pairs. This is an early move, but that's pretty good confirmation. Okay, so let's go back to Monster Scalper and let's take a look at the dollar pairs here. Quick look. We still need buyers. We need buyers on the daily there. It's just hard to trust this market. All right, dollar CAD looks good. All right, we have a good markdown phase here. Buy signal on the daily. We're breaking resistance here. So the setup on the daily time frame looks really good. On the 240 hour trading window, we are breaking out. But guys, look this here. Last time here, it failed. Failed here, failed here. I mean, it's breaking out nicely there. Let's call it. So we're going to call it here. All right. I like what's going on with the dollar. That nice big candle that came in today looks good. But guys, with any of these, use your system. You're going to have to get out if it retraces. USD, CAD, long on the 240. Dollar Swiss, we have white candles on the daily here coming in. All right. Are we making higher lows? You guys can see that. higher lows here. A bit risky, but if the dollar makes a move higher, oof, okay. All right, mark down, mark up, dollar Swiss. And these are majors, right? So the dollar Swiss, dollar CAD, those are majors. All right, buy signal here. Let's call it USD CHF. I know you guys want some opportunities. So let's try to get some here. USD CZK. White candles there. All right, buy signal here. Let's call it USD CZK. Again, be ready to, I would say white candles, get out. Do not wait. Do not wait for any sell signals or red candles. White candles, get out. USD, DKK. I think we have a green candle here on the daily. Guys, we'll be done in a minute. Green candles coming in here on the daily. Any decent bounce here could result in really good trade. All right, USD, DKK. Long on the 240, okay? Let's go here. No buyers on the daily time frame there on USD HKD. USD HUF, let's call that one also USD HUF. Just find one or two, guys. Trade USD MXN. MXN red candles on the daily, no buyers yet. USD NOK, USD NOK. Would be really nice to see these finally move. All right, USD NOK. Now, if the dollar moves higher and the yen are moving higher also, that's not a rotation, but we've seen it where the dollar and the yen pairs will move together. If that happens, though, that means we might be finally getting out of this long consolidation. We have volatility, so that's good, guys. Okay, so you guys can see here we have really good volatility. We just need to get out of these ranges. Okay, USD PLN, we'll call that one too. Buyers are coming in here. On the daily, we've got buyers. Okay, all right, after a lot of selling. Now, this is what we want, guys. We want buyers to come in after all of that selling here. Nice markdown phase. All right. All right. We just need buyers to come in. It's just taking a long time. Just taking a long time. Okay. They're taking their time there. So we'll call that USD PLN on the 240, and that's long. All of these are long. Okay. And again, we're looking for that dollar index to break out. USD SEK, USD SEK. Long on the 240. All right. We have white candles on the daily here. Look at that. Guys, look at this. Any type of a bounce. All right. Any type of a bounce, any amount of buying will really send these dollar pairs higher. Okay. All right. So just a matter of timing. All right. So buy signal here. Our red candle, we're going to call a new buy signal right here. Almost done, I promise. I promise. Right here. All right. You guys have been asking for trades in Forex, Monster Scalper. So we're trying. USD SGD, USD SGD. Let's call this one also. Buyers are on the daily, right? So good markdown phase. Look at this, guys, right? Markdown, accumulation, markup, markdown, accumulation. Let's see if we can get markup, guys. Right? So imagine, right? Imagine. So here's resistance here. So I know you guys have been frustrated with the Forex market. This is what they want. The minute you get frustrated, you give up. Guess what? Then they start moving that price. All right. So most of us will get frustrated. Let's say we're long. We're long up here. We bought up here. Right. They shorted. Right. We get all that pain. We are forced out. And then finally they bring it up. So our goal is to buy here, get out here, either short it or stay out, and now wait for them to push that price back higher. There's a good chance, no guarantee, that they could, guess what, push that price all the way higher. Okay, so we want to be aware, awake, do not, all right, if things start moving again, get on these trades. Okay, they will move fast. So USD SGD long 240 in monster scalper. Okay. Again, you guys have been asking for trades, guys. So we've got some trades here. We normally don't trade USD TRY, but we'll call it. Okay. I know you guys don't normally trade it, but we'll call it USD. All right. Even if it's to get overall direction. Okay, help us with that. USD TRY will do that. Buy signal here, all right, and that's about the same area here. So we'll keep it like this. Buyers are on the daily time frame right here. Okay, so tons of opportunities in the dollar pairs. Tons of opportunities. Market just opened, Asian market. In the yen pairs. Quick look at the 60-minute. Let's just see here. All right. 60-minute USD JPY. Good trade going there on the 60-minute time frame there. Good trade going. TRY. SGD. Good trade going there. HKD JPY 60 minutes. So guys, keep an eye on the 60-minute. Okay. Giving some decent trades on the oh, wait a second here. This is the yen pairs on the yen pairs there. Okay. For right now, we'll stick as far as alerts. We're going to stick on the 240, but you guys can. USD SGD on the 60-minute. Good trade going there. USD SEK. Good trade on the 60. PLN. A decent trade there. NOK. A decent trade. MXN. Good. HUF, good. So the dollar pairs are moving on the 60-minute. So we got confirmation on the 240 as well. USD DKK, good trade going there. All right, SEK looks good. Swiss looks good. CAD looks good. All right. So good trades setting up, guys. So dollar pairs. If you guys traded anything on the 60-minute with the dollar pairs, good job. Good job. Okay. Again, we are going to stay on the 240 for right now, right? All right. Just too much consolidation. Okay. Once things really break out, we'll go back. We can always go back to the 60, but you guys have some opportunities there on the 240. In the morning, when we go live, we'll do our live trading tomorrow morning. Let's take a look at the US 30 right now. US 30 on the 60-minute, so that's pulled back a bit. No shorts. We're still not shorting on the US, any of the indexes. Okay, so we still have buy signals holding firm. If we do get sell signals on the daily time frame or even a white candle, we might start looking for shorts, but not right now. So the US 30 on the 60, NAS holding here, and the S&P SP 500 holding here. Okay. All right, guys. So good news, right? We do have some good news. Dollar is trying to break out. Dollar pairs are moving higher. Yen pairs are moving higher. Okay. The 260, that's moving, so that's good. All right. Hopefully they continue to just move higher. Small cap stocks and stock bars, those are holding nicely. Be aware of large cap stocks. Now, we did talk about there might be a rotation from small cap stocks, from large cap stocks to small caps. I don't think that's what's happening right now, why we're seeing selling in large cap stocks. It might be the softness in the market this week, but we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, we'll definitely keep an eye on that. So I look forward to seeing, thanks for coming. I will look forward to seeing everyone tomorrow when we do our live trading tomorrow, 10 a.m. Remember, 10 a.m. To 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that's on the SKOOL community. If you're not a member, go ahead, guys, join us. That's in the chat there on our channel there. Okay. Thanks for coming. See everyone tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.